of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, provides that every individual is entitled to the respect for his dignity of his person, and accordingly, no person shall be subjected to torture or inhuman or degrading treatment. No person shall also be held in slavery or servitude, and no person shall be required to perform forced or compulsory labor. It may be recalled that human rights were derived from and out of a wider concept of natural rights. They are rights which every civilized society must accept as belonging to each person as a human being. These were termed human rights when the United Nations made this declaration. It was in respect of human rights, as it was envisaged that certain rights belong to all human beings, irrespective of citizenship, race, religion, and so on.
We have one or two that are doing this work, doesn't mean that that's how it's supposed to be. More and more people are in denial. They do not see the need that being an advocate, being an activist, is a worthwhile venture for our communities, for our individuality, and for country. That is not happening. This year's summit is a product of an intentional fact-finding, result-oriented activities to first unravel the root causes of the wanton human rights abuses experienced by lawyers and citizens, and to formulate creative strategies that are solution-based. The summit also seeks to shine light and change the narrative of rights violations in this country. By way of speaking to this particular stakeholder engagement, we had this very beyond expectation presentation of police officers in that stakeholders meeting. There were 50 in number, and we had only about very few committee members present. Not up to 10 lawyers were in that particular stakeholders meeting, but we had 50 police officers. The AIG was there for more than 2 hours during our deliberation. Now, surprisingly, the implementation of the law we were talking about was not even known to them. The Pan-African Parliament on Modern Police Law for Africa was not known to even the AIG. They have not been trained. So the issue about implementing that law became irrelevant. We believe that if the community on its own do have certain documents to restrain, to guide them on how they should behave, it will reduce the amount of police intervention in those communities, thereby reducing the amount of human rights abuses. And so we had also succeeded as well in coming up with a committee that will produce the code of conduct for community members.
The President of Nigeria, citation provided on the issue of human standard was revisited and slightly shifted in favor of a more activist stance. In order to be creative in his judgment, a judge must be bold and courageous, must not only be bold and courageous, but must.
Every country of the world is fighting for the protection of human rights. Nigeria is also currently doing that. I was not really born into a democratic setting, but when growing up, I witnessed military intervention where human rights as at that time was not properly promoted and protected. There have been over 7,000 cases of human rights infringement and involves children being ignored by Nigerian school. You see some children, cannot. I still remember as yesterday, I still have calls of children that were not allowed to write their examination. So some of them have been ignored. Hospital authorities at times one will want to go for Medicare, attention will not be given. Killing of women or their husbands, we all know. And last year, we had close to 26 women that were killed by their husbands. We also had about 5 women who killed their husbands. So, husbands killing wives and wives killing their husbands. And that's to say that silence is no longer holding. So, if you have anyone here, we don't want death of anyone. Even if you are a man and your wife keeps beating you, please, at the end of this program, you meet me. I will invite Madam to ask why she's always beating you. And it's true, we've had some that have come to us. A particular man came, and when he cited the man that was talking, I just want to tell you that little voice. Yes, I saw that the man had appeared, but it was resolved. We also have, if you have women here, and you have, I'm telling you, if you are dating and the man slaps you and he says sorry, it won't happen again, that's the answer. You know that it's going to be a penalty you are reading. So it's either you settle or sort it out, or that one continues. So we have Workers' Rights Foundation. They were handling the recent case of someone that was getting a girl, and at the end there was an accident. We checked through her letter of employment, the hazard of the job, but they only paid 300,000 and left her leg got rotten and then amputated. So up to this moment, we are still fighting the cause. Assault and battery and child molestation and defilement. The independence of the legal profession and to advance human rights enforcement in Nigeria, we have successfully done and continue to do. They have made sure to constantly put Nigeria on the map of human rights promotion and protection by promoting respect for human dignity and translating human rights into specific guidelines for putting those principles into practice. Whether in the briefs you do in court, whether in your own chambers, legal practice has always been an extension of surveying and promoting the cause of society. So no lawyer can exist to say that he's not an activist. Whether in the practice of solicitorship, anywhere you have the practice of law, is always meant towards ensuring you achieve some form of social engineering. Whether in your private chambers, whether in public service, it's always been that. And that's why you see the NBA Constitution, the motto of the Nigerian Bar Association is promoting the rule of law. And amongst the objectives of the NBA, especially paragraph G, is for the protection and enforcement of human rights. So when you have an NBA that is silent, when you have an NBA that cannot speak, when you have an NBA that is not protecting the rights of the citizen and not fulfilling its responsibility as a pressure group, that NBA is the one that's actually killing the citizens. Because the majority of our people are illiterate in the hinterlands. Even in urban areas like Lagos, when you go through all the police stations, you'll be amazed at the amount of ignorance, even on the part of law enforcement agencies.
Including police, lawyers, courts, and corrections, used for all stages of criminal proceedings and punishments. Criminal justice is the structure of laws, rules, and agencies designed to hold criminals accountable for their misdeeds and help them to restore their victims as much as possible. A generic term that refers to the laws, procedures, institutions, and policies that play before, during, and after the commission of the crime. And as a modern concept, criminal justice addresses two central ideas. The first is that criminals and victims of crimes have certain rights. And the second is that criminal conduct should be prosecuted and punished by the state following established set of laws. Like I mentioned earlier, there's something called the victim-centered approach, which is the victim should not be forgotten in all this value chain. In every criminal proceeding, there are three parties, like I said. The victim, specifically for the victim-centered approach, as opposed to criminal-centered approach, aims at guaranteeing the safety and well-being of a victim of a crime.